What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Over the past couple of days, we've been tracking some interesting movements. We've pretty much come to the conclusion, we figured this out a while ago, that the S&P 500 was directly correlated with the cryptocurrency markets here. And the fact that the S&P 500 is closed and the stock market is closed on the weekends grants us the idea that most likely cryptocurrencies aren't going to see much movement or volume on the weekends as well. And that's pretty much been, determined, and we saw that just a couple of days ago on Saturday and Sunday for XRP and for Ethereum and for Bitcoin, at least after 4 p.m. on Friday. We can include that too. And you can see here over the past couple of days, we weren't really seeing much movement at all. Bitcoin as well wasn't seeing much movement on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we discussed and we figured that come Monday, that's when we would see the volume. When the S&P 500 opens, that's when we would see the movement. And that's exactly what happened here. Moving forward now, you can see Monday morning and the rest of Monday actually caused the prices for XRP and these other major cryptos to fall from like 75 cents all the way down to 69 cents very aggressively. And it pulled us down to where we thought was inside our falling wedge fractal here, which, as you can see in the past here, after these major dips, we typically see consolidation, sideways movement. We end up getting close to our resistance at the top here, and then we, typically dip lower. Now, these falling wedge fractals typically have a bullish bias at the end of them. Obviously, after consolidating enough on this downtrend, we eventually hit a bottom and swing up, but we are still able to profit off the sideways movement here. So ideally, what we're looking for right now in the short term for most of these major cryptocurrencies is either A, sideways consolidation, or B, a slight correction back to the upside, which could be followed by more corrections to the downside. So that's what we're going to cover in today's video. If you guys have been following the channel, you know that we have an XRP trade currently opened, which is doing pretty well, I'd like to think. And then besides that, we've also been looking at Ethereum and Bitcoin as to whether or not we should be buying in, whether we should be shorting, stuff like that. There is an interesting support that Bitcoin is hitting, that XRP is hitting. Honestly, all the cryptocurrencies are currently hitting that we do have to go over and discuss. But with that being said, guys, remember, we are still doing our free crypto coin display giveaway. As you can see here, all you have to do to win one of these bad boy $130 crypto coin displays is just by commenting your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as commenting subscribe. Doing those two things, commenting subscribed and making sure you're subscribed, because I am checking if you're not actually subscribed to the channel, you won't win one. We'll get you entered in the raffle, and we'll be doing the drawing this Sunday, so stay tuned for them. With that being said, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, diving into today's episode, you can clearly see here on the current coin market cap, we are seeing a lot of consolidation. Markets overall are down only 2% though, but it is a small consolidation in regards to the grand scheme of things here, and we are trading sideways. Overall though, the weekly charts, you can see we're down quite substantially, with Bitcoin down 11%. Most of these cryptocurrencies nearing that double-digit resistance and pullback. You can see XRP is down 11.3, Solana 17.8. We even have things like Cardano down 15 and Terra down 24, and I bet you we could see some other bigger drops here if I just swing this over. We even have cryptocurrencies like Waves, which is down 30% for the week, and a lot of these cryptos are, really starting to reverse to the downside here. Now, how does that affect our overall trade? Well, we have been tracking on XRP a pretty bearish reversal that we've been expecting for quite some time now, and honestly, we'll probably get the answer to how much lower XRP is going to pull to probably at the end of this week, and I know it's a while away. Sunday night we'll probably get that answer here, but it is something we do have to pay attention to, and then we can get a determination as to where these markets are moving to. So if you guys have been following the channel, you guys should be and are familiar with the fact that we have made a trade on XRP. We managed to buy in when the prices retested this major resistance here, just from using previous technical indicators and prior history to see that every time we typically come into contact with this, we tend to break bearish. And we haven't bought in on the daily, but we are waiting for the weekly to close us, because the daily charts on numerous occasions, we've actually seen the prices close us above this resistance and then faked us, and had we have bought in, we would have been down a lot of money here. So we waited for the weekly charts to confirm closing above there, which is exactly what it did. We closed above, we saw confirmation above, wicked above, and actually closed below the moving average, as well as a downtrend here, which confirmed rejection most likely to short the coin. So we bought in last week, or over a week ago, on Sunday night, shorting the coin at about 83 to 84 cents. And since then, we've now managed to pull back down to 70 cents, which has been an insane amount of profit that we've been taking advantage of. This was a beautiful, beautiful call. I've posted about it on my community tab on YouTube. I've even went in depth about the trade on Patreon. If you guys aren't familiar, Patreon is where I post all of my cryptocurrency trades as well as my charts. So check it out because you don't want to miss it. And we made a ton of profit off this beautiful conservative short. And it's made up for the prior losses of not being able or sitting out and waiting patiently for these trades because I like to be conservative in my trades and not aggressive. However, I do mention aggressive trades on my YouTube channel. I don't personally partake in most of them, but it is something that I just put out there for those who want to be a little more aggressive or volatile in the market here. But since then, we've shorted it. So now what are we dealing with? What are we looking at? Well, there's a big chance we could pump lower. That's the biggest worry right now is how much lower could we go to? Ideally, the lowest point I believe XRP could be heading to is at 59 cents. That green band clearly drawn. You can see why that is. I'd be very, very shocked if with all the stuff that's happening right now within the crypto space, XRP manages to break below that support, because we'll most likely see the other cryptos like Bitcoin break through $30,000. Bitcoin would have to be like 25K before we see XRP at 53 cents. But you can clearly see the major resistance that this has been, the major support that this has been. And the fact is everything comes down to how we close this week's weekly candle here. If we close the weekly candle Sunday night, we wick below and actually close a candle below this major support here on the weekly, moving averages here, we know to short it. We know that we're going to be, continuing to correct lower. So that would open up another opportunity to short XRP if we do decide to close that weekly below this moving average here. However, if we wick back above it, we're obviously going to probably end up getting stopped out. We're going to take profits, and we are going to expect to see a reversal back up. Ideally, though, it looks like we more so want to break through it right now, and that's something we have to pay attention to before we see any sort of consolidation. It is possible, though, however, we are hitting, oversold levels on the moving averages, but just as quickly as we crossed, had this golden cross opportunity, we're now having a death cross right now in the moving averages. The MACD has switched bearish, and we're about to have this bearish cross right now, which means and is implying potential corrections even lower. So we might consolidate now. We might lift back up short term. I mean, very short term for maybe the rest of this week and hit the top resistance here and then most likely dip even lower. That's where my head's at. So I'm expecting small recovery just to bring ourselves a little higher on the relative strength indicator and then expecting to see an even bigger dip. So what I plan on doing is obviously using BitYard to short XRP. Now we have a short already in for XRP right now. I don't believe that we are going to, I wouldn't recommend buying in long for XRP. However, we might see this small dip like I'm saying, but at the end of the week, if we see the price close the weekly below this major moving average here on the weekly charts, then we might consider putting in a big short opportunity again. If I had not already bought in right now, or if I do get stopped out in the rest of this week, that might be something to consider. But obviously BitYard is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging platform that we like to use here on the channel. It's done incredibly well for us, especially with XRP, because they offer it unlike other cryptocurrency exchanges here. We've been able to short XRP the past couple of days with incredible profit. It's actually been over a week now of shorting XRP, making a ton of money. And you can do that by literally clicking market order, clicking XRP, typing in the amount of leverage that you want. We had a very low leverage, and then we literally click sell short, and we've been shorting this to the downside here with a stop loss just in case we reverse back up. So we've made tons of profit off of BitYard here. Also, one other thing to consider is when you do, and if you do decide to sign up, they do offer some free cryptocurrency here. You can actually click this top mystery box here, click get free crypto. That's the promo they're doing right now. Click the link in my description to get that, which is super cool, as well as you can daily mine cryptocurrency as well. So definitely make sure to sign up and check it out. And moving forward now, after we've now discussed for the most part what the plan is for XRP, looking at these other cryptos short term here, everything is going to rely heavily on the way the S&P decides to move. And yesterday we pretty much confirmed, or 2 days ago, we confirmed that, hey, we're probably going to be heading lower, unfortunately. Where? I do honestly think we might pull down to here. Down to this, bottom support here. This would be January lows. There's a good chance we could hit here, become oversold, and potentially see a dip up. However, it would still be creating a higher low pattern, which I'm hoping is the end goal in this thing here, that we do something like this and scale ourselves up, very similar with how we've done in the past here. That's the ideal goal that I'm looking for here, but we could still see some consolidation downwards and then a swing up. We'll see how today opens in the next couple of minutes, and we'll see how today closes at the end of the day here, but this will influence Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right now, Ethereum and Bitcoin are both holding on for dear life. The hopes is that they can stay afloat above, you can see Bitcoin support here. Hopefully it stays above this and it can head up slightly, retesting the moving average, but there's a bigger chance it could sink lower if the S&P decides to sink lower with it. Same thing with Ethereum, holding on for dear life where it currently is, and there's a big chance it could also float downwards with these other cryptos here. But that's pretty much it for Bitcoin and Ethereum trades. I haven't really been trading them that much because they are more on the aggressive side and moderate to aggressive side of trading compared to XRP, which was very conservative and very easy and much more long-term here. So I'm sorry if you're diehard Ethereum and Bitcoin fans here. You could buy in for maybe a long to the upside here. I don't know. I don't want to take the risk, but everything kind of relies on the way S&P decides to move.